Speaking of failed tech initiatives, on the other side of the coin, Quibi. Have you guys heard of Quibi? These guys spent $400 to $500 million advertising, and I've never heard of it. This has got to be one of the biggest epic fails in modern day tech startups. It's short for Quick Bite. Uh-huh. And the premise is that it's Netflix for it's mobile only, and they're making 10-minute long content productions. And it's really high-end production with famous actors and comedians and all this shit. So they spent I think like $1 billion. Or more, for Christ's sake. $1.75 billion they raised. And it's just a total flop. And I mean, I wish they would have consulted me first, because I could have told them straight up that this idea was awful. I don't want to pay money to watch 10-minute videos on my phone.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I mean, that content is supposed to be free. People expect that kind of content to be free. Right? Hollywood's top talent. And how much is it? It's kind of expensive too. $8 a month. Man, fuck off. So this guy, this is even better. He's blaming the rocky launch on, get this, coronavirus. Right. He says the company courted A-list talent like Steven Spielberg, Jennifer Lopez, and raised over $1.75 billion in funding. Quibi was ultimately meant to be a service for users on the go, which is a selling point that disappeared after coronavirus forced people to stay inside. I'm sorry, if you're making a media company that when people have way more free time on their hands than they usually do, right, is a strike against you, then your shit sucks. They're like, man, I've got all this time on my hands. I definitely don't want to watch Quibi. There's way better shit than that. He says it's not really unexpected that Quibi has a rough start. Being a mobile-only streaming service was always a risky bet. I mean, most services are multi-platform, and consumers have made it clear they don't want to be dedicated in how they watch entertainment. So why did you do it then? This is the guy who made it. The coronavirus pandemic has only exacerbated the underlying issues that Quibi has as a service. Yeah. We actually have some footage from a Quibi original. Here, you want to take off Fredo? Poor boy's not feeling well. So this was here we have some of their the Golden Arm Show.
Oh my God.
Dan, you want to set this up?
Yes, Dan. You do
just as far as that clip.
Yeah.
So actually, I think it's better if people just see it cold, and then I can give a little bit of context afterwards. But I think it's actually
so. This is an Emmy winner, Rachel Brosnahan, plays a woman obsessed with her golden arm. Now, this isn't a comedy, because I saw this and I was like, oh, it's like a weird zany comedy.
Nope.
Really?
Yeah.
Then, of course, winter came.
It's a Quibi original.
No, you can't be serious. I still don't believe it.
That is pulmonary gold disease. As long as
I love that you just don't want to believe it. Look it up. I mean, this is a famous folktale.
I know, but they shot like it's a joke.
I can't take off
my golden arm ever.
Sir?
No, but they're acting like it's a comedy. They're like overacting and stuff. Like, this is a continual shot. Look at the bad acting.
It's okay. I'm right here.
I had a dream. A terrible dream. Promise me something.
Anything.
When I die, bury me with my golden arm.
That's not serious. I refuse to believe that.
It's not a comedy.
Yeah.
Sing it.
I will bury you with your golden arm.
Nah, I don't believe it. I frankly don't believe it. Someone said it's threat level midnight. If it is. Oh, that was Chrissy Teigen. Famous Chrissy Teigen, ladies and gentlemen. I don't believe that that's not a comedy. And I will never I mean, I'm gonna have to download Quibi and watch it.
Yeah.
Well, so what I will give you is that it is part of a project from Sam Raimi. It's a horror anthology thing that he did for Quibi. Kind of like
Horror?
What was that show? That was an anthology, American Horror Story, right? Where it's like each one is kind of its own little sub story, or maybe Twilight Zone is a good way to think about it, or Black Mirror or something like that. So each one is like its own little thing.
Oh my God.
And Sam Raimi has always been a little like tongue in cheek with his stuff, like Evil Dead and stuff like that.
There you
He's
go.
always a little goofy. But still, I mean, it is supposed to be scary.
No. Meg Whitman said our target audience at Quibi is 25 to 35 years old. See, that's already bad. You're a mobile device. Dude, your audience should be TikTok.
Should be everyone.
Yeah. What better way to get content for that target demo than hiring our target demo? I love millennials and Gen Zers' enthusiasm and can-do attitude.
I mean,
It's like a condescending parent.
Does that just mean they just hired cheap, inexperienced people? Because that's what it sounds to me like.
They work very hard and they want to do great things. And I think they love that they can get more responsibility at a startup like Quibi. That sounds so bad. So they started with $2 billion in the bank and over 200 employees. Not exactly the tech startup that you would think of.
Also, I'm noticing in this article that they quote the founder, and he says he's unhappy with the company's results.
He's
so
miserable.
far.
Yeah.
But then the CEO, which is a different person, she says that she thinks it's doing pretty okay.
Yeah, she's spinning it, and he's like, fuck this. I just wasted $1 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah. The CEO goes, I think you'll see nice, slow, steady growth. No. Like, I'm curious, and I'm not even going to buy it. And I'm rich, and I'm rich, too. It's like not even worth the effort.
$8.
No, yeah.
It's not even a money issue.
way.
It's just, it's like not worth the effort to download their stupid app.
And then worry about canceling.
I'd rather open YouTube. It's
What do you guys
free.
think of the name? Just the
It's
name
awful. It's
specifically.
awful.
I don't like it.
Quibi. Everything about it's awful. I'm surprised this thing made it to light.